Tonight, we have 16 kids from Miss Wertheim's class. We also have Betsy Stockslager, who is our district science coach, and we're very blessed to have her working with our teachers to support the curriculum feature you're going to see in a second. We also have our district literacy coach, our school-based literacy coach, Miss Hartman. We have Miss Wertheim, the classroom teacher, and then her co-teacher, her fabulous instructional assistant, Miss Roberts. So the curriculum feature that you're going to see tonight is Comprehension Toolkit. And our teachers, in order to get in science and social studies in a very, very busy day, we have to utilize our literacy block to integrate science and social studies. So we're able to do that K-5 once a week through our Comprehension Toolkit. And we have had, our teachers have had lots of professional development on that over the past school year with the support of Betsy and Miss Hartman. And so tonight, Miss Wertheim is going to show you and her students, most importantly, a science lesson where they've integrated that into literacy. So I will let Miss Wertheim come up and share with you a little bit about this lesson.
Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting us here tonight. We are very excited, and I am so grateful that so many of my incredible students could be here tonight and their parents to share with you a Comprehension Toolkit lesson. As Ms. Deckent said, Comprehension Toolkit is taught once a week, and that's how we integrate science and social studies into the literacy component of our day. And today you're going to see how we integrate science and technology through a Comprehension Toolkit lesson where we're reading a nonfiction text about what we're currently studying in science, which is states of matter. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and come on up and get in your spots. And board, if it's okay with you, I have some students that are going to come up and be your partners and go through the lesson with you.
I don't get a partner. Miss Stockslager, do I get a partner? It's all right. Oh, hi.
You write your name?
What's your name?
Okay, I want to write.
Sure, nice to meet you. Write my name?
I'm not a smart student. I'm the attendant. I'm the obsessive. I'm the responsible. I'm the responsible. I'm the thoughtful. I'm the thoughtful. I'm the safe. I'm the safe. I'm ready to learn today. I'm ready to learn today. Your attention. Second grade scientists, second grade readers, we have
Can you move just slightly? You're in that camera shot. We didn't raise you on that.
Anna, you turn my light on.
Yeah, both of those things.
Okay. Is it on? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Second grade scientists, second grade readers, we have been practicing learning about nonfiction text and nonfiction text features. Remember, a nonfiction text is a text that teaches us true information about a topic. This nonfiction text is an atlas, and it teaches us about geography and the land around us. This nonfiction text is a Scholastic News magazine, and it teaches us about current events going on in the world. And this nonfiction text is a social studies book about birthdays and how they're celebrated in different countries around the world. And today we are going to practice using a science nonfiction text about states of matter. Before we get started, let's go ahead and read our learning goal. We're going to read it all together, okay? I'll hold it up so everyone can see. All right. I can use nonfiction text features to learn about states of matter. You may go ahead and look at the cover of your book. And I already see a text feature on the cover. Second graders, what text feature do you see? A title. Remember, the purpose of a title is to tell what a text is about. So based on the title, we know that this book is going to teach us what? States of matter. Non-fiction texts tell us a lot of information. But sometimes we might have just one specific question in mind, so we don't have to read the entire book. So I want you to go ahead and turn to the table of contents. And our question is, what is a liquid? Remember, a table of contents tells us the titles of each section in the book. Which page would I turn to read about liquids? 8. Page 8. Go ahead and turn to page 8 in your book. On page 8, I see a very important text feature at the top of the page in red. What do you see? Heading. A heading. Let's read that heading together. Follow fingers ready? Whoop. What is a liquid? Go ahead. Oh, but are we in the right place if we want to learn about liquids? Yes, because the heading tells us that that's what this section is going to be about. Go ahead and read this paragraph together. Follow fingers ready? The juice you drink is a liquid. A liquid can move and flow. You can pour a liquid from one container to another. Go ahead and turn page 9 and keep reading. Follow fingers ready? A liquid changes its shape when you pour it into a new container. A liquid, like a solid, takes up space. Milk and water are liquids. Now, scientists, I see 2 more text features on page 9. Point to one of the text features that you see. Deontay, what do you see? A picture or a photograph. Remember, the purpose of a photograph is to show something. And we think that that's orange juice, but let's go ahead and use another important text feature to help us. Brian, what text feature do you see that goes along with the photograph? But do you see a text feature that goes along with the photograph of the liquid? A caption. What do we see under the photograph? Caption. Remember, the purpose of a caption is to tell what the photograph is about. Go ahead and read that caption together. Follow fingers up. The juice changes shape when you pour it from the pitcher into the glass. Turn and tell your neighbor what you just learned from that caption.
How does it change shape?
Yeah.
Back with me. So in that photograph, I see 2 different containers. The first container I see is what? A pitcher. The other container is what? A glass. Are the pitcher and the glass the same shape? No, they're different shapes. But when the orange juice is in the pitcher, it takes the shape of the pitcher. And when the orange juice is poured into the glass, what happens?
The shape of the glass.
It's the shape of the glass. So remember that good scientists always keep track of their learning. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this to our think sheet. So last week we practiced what nonfiction features are and their purpose. But today we're going to write down nonfiction features and what we learned from the features. So go ahead and pull out your clipboard and your pencil and look at our T-chart. Point to where it says text features on your clipboard. point to where it says text teachers. And point to the other side of the T-chart where it says what I learned. Awesome. What two text teachers did we see on page 9? Everyone? A photograph and a caption. Go ahead and add that to your T-chart. And if you need to remember how to spell them, they're right here. And then on the other column, you're going to write what you learned. And I'm going to magically write it up there. Wow, these look great. I am so glad you asked that. Estrella just asked a very important question. She asked, should I write page 9? Should she write page 9? Yes, because good readers and good scientists always write down where they've learned information. I'm so glad you reminded me of that. So go ahead and where you wrote your text features, go ahead and add the page number. So you've had a chance during our science centers to make observations about liquids and what happens to liquids when you pour them or move them. But today we had a chance to read a nonfiction text, and so we know that our observations and what we observed in our science centers is true, because nonfiction texts teach us what? Do nonfiction texts teach us true information?
Yes.
Yeah, right, what you learned. All right. What you saw in the photograph. Second graders, what did we learn from the caption? That liquid does what? Changes shape. Great job. And our timer's off, going off, so we know we're out of time. Go ahead and kiss your brains. Great job. Thank you so much for watching. This is just a snapshot of what would typically be a 45-minute lesson. And we use technology and it's integrated in, and the kids love using the iPads to read. And as you can tell, they're very engaged when they're reading on the iPad. But I'd like to have a couple of them share with you why they like reading, why they like Comprehension Toolkit, and why they like reading on the iPad. Would anyone like to share why they like Comprehension Toolkit? Estrella? And actually, come over here so that we have a mic for you.
Hi, my name is Estrella, and thank you for inviting us to this meeting. And I like Comprehension Toolkit because we get to choose our color, and it's like a little imaginary toolkit. And Miss Wertheim, every Monday, she gives us a tool so we can put in our imaginary toolkit, and it helps us learn a lot to read. Thank you, Estrella. Let's cheer for Estrella.
All right. Can someone come up and share why they like using the iPads? I know you all want to share. You love using the iPads. Diaje, come on up.
Hi, my name is Diaje, and thank you for inviting us to this board meeting. I like the iPad because we get to go to Big Universe and Discovery Education. I liked about it that we get to go to science, and I like to read Little Red Hen.
Brian, come on up.
Hi, my name is Brian, and thank you for inviting us to this board.